The leaders of the United States and the Soviet Union, in their exchanges during the past year, have agreed that a meeting between them would be desirable once sufficient progress had been made in negotiations at lower levels. In light of the recent advances in bilateral and multilateral negotiations involving the two countries, it has been agreed that such a meeting will take place in Moscow in the latter part of May 1972.
Since the late 1960s, the two superpowers have brought up the idea of strategic arms limitation. Today, on May 22nd, President Richard Nixon arrived at Moscow to have a discussion between him and Leonid Brezhnev. He arrived at Vnukovo International Airport a few hours ago, being welcomed by the Soviet officers. He is the very first U.S. president to set foot in Moscow. A few months ago, President Nixon visited China, which seems to have gotten the Soviet Union to be more open to start a discussion with the United States. Many believe that this is a good step toward détente. This visit has led citizens to anticipate the coming of peace between the two superpowers. Our CNN reporter has interviewed some of our citizens' opinions. We are expecting peace between two nations, and I really hope that things work out well. I don't want to worry about the nuclear war. I don't want to worry about an upcoming nuclear war, and I want to sleep in peace. The world has been increasingly worried about the consequences of possible nuclear warfare. Therefore, for the past few years, there have been treaties that try to limit arms race, such as the 1968 Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Experts are hoping that President Nixon will bring a further step in the stage of international cooperation. The CNN News will bring further updates on President Nixon's visit to Moscow. Today, our leader, Leonid Brezhnev, has kindly invited President Nixon of America to have a discussion. For today, Nixon and our leader, Brezhnev, had an unscheduled meeting in the Kremlin Palace. Our leader also opened a banquet just for the people that came over from the United States. The next few days, the leader have planned to talk about the various issues, such as space exploration and arms control agreement. Through this cooperation with the American president, our Soviet Union will be recognized by the Western nations, which will establish us as a major world power that seeks for a peaceful coexistence. This visit is the best interest of the Soviet Union because, as a leading communist nation, we will be able to further participate in the world economy and politics. Our TASS reporter has interviewed one of our citizens about the topic. I think this will benefit our union the most because it will make us have greater strength. And I respect our first secretary because he is trying to bring change in the world and spread communism. Brought to you by TASS.